Welcome to the poem which we have studied in the previous class. We have got a little bit of the introduction of the poet as well as the background of the poem, why she has written this type of poem, and I hope everybody understood the importance of that type of the poem. So now here we will have to continue the poem. In the previous class we have completed 2 stanzas. Now this is the 3rd stanza. Nature is dying together with us. We wouldn't exist here but for the green grass. Nature is dying with us. That means we are also dying and the nature is also dying. We wouldn't exist here but for the green grass. That means if you see the green grass, you can understand that the land is still fertile. Because the land is fertile, it is providing us the food to eat, grains to eat, vegetables, fruits, everything. That's why we are also surviving. If the green grass can get completely vanished, we are also going to vanish. She is relating our existence, that human existence, with that of the green grass, and to all the extent she is correct, because the green grass means the fertility of the land. If the land becomes barren, we don't get any grains to eat, any food to eat, any vegetables or fruits to eat. So how can we survive? So now next what she is saying, we must prevent nature from saying farewell. We must stop nature from saying farewell. That means goodbye to us. We must take care of nature in such a way that the nature should not say us goodbye. If it die, we die as well. Here if you check it out, in this line as well as in this line, she is repeating the same meaning. The words are different, but she is repeating the same message for us, that if the nature exists, we can exist. If the nature dies, we also die. That means we are correlated to each other. In the next stanza, what could human beings' activities mean? Now she is questioning the activities of human beings. What activities they are doing? As they are doing more inventions, more discoveries, they are, instead of making earth a better place, they are damaging the balance of the earth to make our planet one big rubbish bin. That's true. But they are doing so many inventions like nuclear bombs to nuclear missiles, many things they are inventing, and the leftover, you can say the garbage or the leftover things of the after the experiments, they are dumping into the oceans. That oceans, their water can get evaporated, and what would happen? We'll get acidic rains, which is not good for the earth, not for the human beings as well. And what is happening, that the aquatic animals, like we have discussed in the previous class, that fishes and all the aquatic animals can get destroyed after that drinking the water, the polluted water, or you can say the poisonous water. So we are making our activities, we are doing some activities, but we are damaging the environment, we are damaging the whole earth. So there is a need to stop our activities. No matter that you may be only a teen, it is for you people, it is for the students. Like you may be a teen, you can think that what can we do? Yes, you can do. Being a teen also, you can plant a small sapling at home. If you have, wherever you are living, either in a flat or a small home or a big house, wherever you are living, you can keep 2 to 3 pots. At least you can take care of those plants. You would have a feeling that I am doing something for my global, to prevent global warming. I am doing something for my earth. So there is a need to do that. No matter that you may be only a teen, it's never too early or late to go green. That means Being a teen, when you study something, when you understand so many things, why can't you go green? That means, why can't you adopt the lifestyle which can make you a better person, and why don't you adopt the habits which helps in the prevention of the pollution, which helps in the maintenance of the ecological balance? So, like, simple thing, you can check it out. If you have gone to any resort for picnic, or any park or zoo, any place, I have seen many of the people, after eating and whatever the snacks and everything, they never bother about the garbage where they are spilling. Even though at every place you find the dustbins, but people feel that it is easy to throw here and there. Why to bother? The cleaners are there, the sweepers are there. They are doing their duties, but what is your duty? What you are doing? I have seen many of the people, when they get any ice cream, they just open the wrap and just they forget it out where they are actually throwing. They can throw anywhere, they start their ice cream and they go on. They never bothered that this is our responsibility. You are eating the ice cream, so it's your responsibility to throw the cover into the dustbin. Because we are responsible in many ways, we are responsible for spreading this type of the pollution. Like government has started 2 years back, 3 years back, that thin plastic should not be used, for the thin polythene covers or plastic covers should not be used, because it will not get decayed, not get destroyed. If you dig them into the earth also, they will not get destroyed, and it is very hazardous. We cannot even burn them. They are very hazardous for the health of human beings. But because few people's advantage, or you can say a few people's benefit is there, they don't stop manufacturing those things, and they don't actually stop by selling those things to the people. At many places, I have seen, at many hill stations, at many places, there is a rule that you never find, even in, I am talking about India, in South India only, I have seen that you cannot get a polythene cover at any cost. It will not be available at any place. They have the paper covers for everything. Either fruits to your dosas, to your whatever the meals you have, everything, it can be given into paper covers. They strictly follow. If they follow these things, so what do you think? Can their earth get damaged easily? Can their part of the earth get polluted easily? No, they are doing their part. They are playing their part. In the same way, the poet wanted you also to play your own part. Check it out, whatever the habits of yours are damaging or polluting the environment. Daily we do either this or that. So go ahead and once judge yourself. So she is saying that it's never too early or late to go green. At least you can plant a sapling. Take care of that. You can water the plant, that's not a big deal. You can take care of the plant daily, once you have to water, once you have to check it out. That's not such a big issue. With other things, how do you take out time for study and for eating, for other chores of your life? You can do this one also. Now the last stanza is to show our children the beauty of life, to help polar bears and pandas survive. I hope you know polar bears means those who are at the pole side. That means North Pole and the South Pole. So the polar bears and the pandas, if we want them to survive, what we have to do? We have to stop the pollution, because it is being given in a survey that many of the pandas are shifting from their place to get to another place or transfer to the other place. Why? Because pandas and polar bears, they are made to live at a place where there is a lot of snow or cold. cold weather is necessary for them to survive. But now is it possible? Because of the so much heat and global warming, you must have heard that the Himalayan glaciers are melting. The glaciers are coming down. That means the snow is melting and coming down into the rivers. Much of the snow is melting because of the continuous heat. So if that heat would be continuously being there, how can these animals would survive? To claim to the world that the talk should gain weight, let's firstly take part in the global debate. That means if you wanted your word to be listened, weight means here the weight of your words, the weight of your discussion, the point. If you want your words to be gain a weight, it's better first we can go ahead and organize a debate. She said that let's every country, all the countries participate into the debate. Debate means the discussion, the points to be kept. One party can keep one point, the other party can keep the other point. Why the global warming is happening and how do we reduce this pollution? How do we try to take measures in order to establish a green world, a green earth? Because everybody, all the human beings need oxygen. You cannot say that okay, one country's people need carbon dioxide to survive. No, every human being on the earth needs oxygen to survive. So we need oxygen, we need certain fruits, vegetables, greenery, trees, even the animals, plants and human beings. All the three combined together formed your ecological balance can be maintained by maintaining all these three spheres. Otherwise, what will happen? These animals will become extinct. As you have heard that once upon a time there was a dinosaur. Now the dinosaurs being extinct. Forget about the dinosaurs, there's long back history. But what about the tigers? We are trying our level best to reserve their species, to have a certain criterias to keep the species of the tiger alive, because they are also getting extinct. They are also not able to survive because they need the forest. Forget about one or two in the zoo. They need the forest. Where the forests are? We are utilizing all the forest. We are cutting the trees. We are not letting them survive in their forest. We are interfering into their forest as well. Because of the human interference, the whole ecological balance is getting imbalanced. So to make world a better place, to survive into a better living condition, we need to change our mentality, we need to change our lifestyle. We have to make certain changes which are unavoidable in order to lead a peaceful as well as pollution free life. So she has said that first start the debate. Many countries are actually taking steps, many countries are trying to participate, many countries are taking action, but every individual has to take certain action at their own levels. Then only we can reach to a place where we wanted to live. So she wanted the next generation people to have a good place. So for that, this generation has to try, so the next generation can be able to survive. I hope you have understood the whole poem and the message what Julia Melnikova wanted to convey to you. And remember that she said you are not too young to not understand. You can do that, you can take part into this mission of preserving the earth. Now with this we have completed. Try to read once, understand and write down your own interpretation in your own words. By the time, take care. Have a nice day.